first became interested in the brain as an undergraduate studying artificial intelligence. And I thought that in order to create AI, we needed insights into how the brain works. This led me to study computational neuroscience at the University of Southern California, where I became intrigued with the idea that the brain evolved to control movement. The research that I lead with my colleagues aims to understand the computations that the brain uses to plan, control, and learn from movement. Le mieux, c'est que je vous montre. We use magnetic resonance imaging, or MRI, to obtain highly precise images of the adult and infant brain. This allows us to localize the brain signals that we will later record. We also use the MRI images to design headcasts for participants. These are 3D printed using a flexible material. We create individualized ones for each participant, custom made to fit their head. Each participant wears the headcast while in a magnetoencephalography, or MEG scanner. This allows us to record the neural activity from their brain. With the headcasts, the participants are stuck up in the scanner like a cork in a wine bottle. This allows us to precisely localize the signals that we record using the MRI images. To look at how the brain controls movement, we have subjects performing reaching movements with a joystick, or more complex actions like reaching and grasping. We use a system of high-speed cameras to record video of the more complex movements so that we can reconstruct them later. We're also beginning to use the next generation of MEG sensors called OPMs, which will allow us to record neural activity even more precisely. Back in the lab, we put all of this data together. We take our videos and use deep neural networks to track the movement of each part of the hand and arm. We use computer vision techniques to combine these views into a three-dimensional trajectory. One type of signal that we're interested in is activity in the beta frequency band. For a long time, people thought it was an oscillation. More recently, we found that it actually occurs as short bursts of activity. We've shown that these bursts aren't all the same, and they have different relationships with behavior. The outer part of the brain, the cerebral cortex, has 6 layers. Each of these layers is thought to perform a different computation, but until now it was impossible to measure activity in each layer non-invasively in the human brain. With the high-quality MEG data that we can record with headcasts, we've been able to localize signals to different layers, allowing us to test our ideas about how activity in each layer contributes to movement. And soon, we'll be able to do this with babies as well, which will give us insights into how layer-specific activity develops. The best part about my job is the ability to follow my interests and passions, but then also to apply what we've learned to try to help people. For example, right now, we're trying to apply what we've learned about beta bursts to develop brain-computer interfaces, which we hope will help paralyzed people interact with the world again. After all, the brain evolved to control movement.